nothing more rewarding or wonderful than having children. And I don't have the slightest idea what I'm doing. Babyhood, a humorous interpretation by Paul Reiser. Walking into the house for the very first time with the child, my wife did the actual carrying. I supervised. Though he weighed significantly less than a wheel of cheese, we choreographed the move like he was a piano. Careful! Don't drop him! Okay. Swing him around. Now bring your end over. Watch out for the umbrella stand. You know what? Let me move the sofa out of the way. I have to get this on tape. Okay. Come in again. Just go back a little bit, just out the door. You make him wave? I'm telling you, years from now, you'll thank me. The arrival of children can be exhausting not only for people, but also for machines. Our answering machine almost packed up and quit those first few days because everyone you know calls and never just once.
You have 137 calls. The tape is now full. Plus, there's another 9 I scribbled down by hand.
We, of course, saved the tape as a memento of the day, so years from now our child can hear everyone who wished him well, along with the wrong number who kept calling looking for Rita. A new child in the house is a huge tourist attraction. Oh, everybody has to come, has to see, and has to hold the baby. I remember being naturally protective. During those first few days, regulations were firmly established. Okay, you have to wash your hands before you handle the baby. You have to remove any sharp objects to be found on your person or clothing. If you've had a cold in the last 18 months, you must sit in the den until spring. Everybody wants to talk to babies, but no one knows what to say. Hello is very popular. You can't not say it. Hello. 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 You're on the phone, and the baby's just not picking up. Usually what comes next is the question. Who's the cutest baby? Who's got an itty bitty nose? Who's got a Who's that in the driveway? Is that Grandma pulling up in the driveway?
How should I know who's in the driveway? I can barely see over this giant stuffed frog.
By the way, when my son started saying, Dad, I was convinced that he was gifted. I began to show off to anyone who would listen. Watch this. Okay. Son, what's my name?
Dad.
Okay. Who's married to Mama?
Dad.
What was the name of the movement in modern art that was popularized in Europe in the early 1920s?
Dad.
The crowds did go home. I've never been this tired. Ever! Sleep deprivation is the worst thing about being a new parent. One by one, you watch your mental faculties slip away. I spoke to yesterday. I spoke to the pharmacist. The pharmacist! What's the matter with you? For many new parents, a sleeping baby becomes all they ask out of life. Go to sleep. Thank you to go to sleep. Everybody, shut up! So I go to sleep! Just fell asleep. Now if anybody wakes my baby up, I will shoot them! They get nuts. I started barking at people in public places, restaurants, malls, stadiums, places where it's one's God-given right to converse. I've actually gone over to strangers and shushed them. I see you're having a party, but couldn't you all go sing happy birthday to your mom in the parking lot? You're trying to sleep. Shh. You would think your newborn baby's ability to sleep or not sleep consecutive hours would be potential grounds for ridicule. But you'd be wrong. If your baby doesn't sleep for the night, it's a cultural stigma. It's like the Scarlet Letter, where the A stands for we're still awake. In the beginning, whatever sleeping schedule your baby makes up, you accept. But after a few months, for the sake of the child's development, not to mention your own sanity, you have to take matters into your own hands. We read the book. In short, let them cry. So we decided this hard-nosed approach was just what we needed. The book says you're supposed to let them cry for 5 minutes. Then you can pat them a little bit. I hate this. How long has it been? 41 seconds? I'm going in. I don't care about the book. He's crying. We're going to be his slaves for the rest of our lives? Okay, so let's wait. We made it to 5 minutes, then went in, calmed him down. We see you crying. We know what you want, and we'd love to give it to you, but sadly, we're not allowed. I not only have a lot of things to learn, but a lot of things to go out and buy. There are an infinite number of store chains. The sheer size of these places is staggering. I couldn't believe how many ways there are for a baby to be strapped in, buckled up, fenced in, suspended, cradled, swung hung out before the door to hell. The jewel in the baby products crown is the stroller. This department had its own salesman, and as soon as he saw us, the guy swooped down on us like a vulture in a bad time. Hi, how are you? Well, we're just looking. Of course. Well, you obviously have an eye for quality. We do. This stroller you're looking at here is considered the Cadillac of strollers. Check out the wheelbase. Plush interior. Your baby will be riding in the height of comfort and safety. Believe me, when people see you pushing this down the road, they'll say, "Why, there's 2 people who really care about their child." This is a guy with an easy job, because you can't say no to him. You wouldn't believe how many types of strollers they have. You have your heavy-duty, everyday stroller, your pack-up-and-travel umbrella stroller, and the very popular jogger stroller, which when I first saw, I thought was pretty cool. But when you have a newborn, you realize, who has the energy to jog? Going from a stroller to a jogger is a move in the wrong direction. What we need is a napper. A big bed on wheels, pulled by a team of hefty Akitas. You get to rest, the kids seize the world, and the dogs get walked. It's a win-win. The first time you step into a store's baby department, alone and as an actual father, it's been daunting. It's a remarkably non-kind place to be. Can I help you? Just looking, thank you. Is this sporting goods? Having never bought clothes for a person this small, I discovered that one of the challenges is translating the sizes. Your old tricks of holding a shirt up to yourself no longer work. Suddenly, you're alone, holding a tiny pair of pajamas up to see how far down it angle. They don't have the customary small, medium, and large. Instead, you're forced to calculate everything in terms of months. 3 to 6 months, 18 to 24. My personal favorite, a 0 to 3. Is there anything that wouldn't fit someone who's 0? I have several problems with this months thing. It's too much math. Up to a year, I suppose this system makes sense, but 17 months, 22 months, who wants to divide by 12? Then in addition to dividing, you have to multiply, because they tell you you're supposed to buy everything twice as big as what it says. As I wandered around the store, I did notice other fathers, equally lost and confused. You would think we might bond over our children, reach out to one another in support. In truth, too embarrassed. Are you sure I can't help you? Me? Need help? Just because I'm standing in the middle of a department store with a pair of clown pajamas hanging from my neck, trying to perform 8th grade math in my head on 45 minutes of sleep? I'm fine. Really? Why don't you just tell me what you need? The eyes of the dads are all upon me. I've been in the baby department for an hour and a half, and so far I've got nothing but a Yankee cap that would fit an orange. All right. I need a romper, a jumper, some bunting, and a onesie. How big is your child? Smaller than you. Bigger than your purse. You see that stuffed dog? About like that. Now get right on it. I see the other dads. One by one, they approach. I feared this might be like one of those marine hazing things where they tie me down in a crib and pummel me with knotted up rompers.
Man, that's your guts. The way you asked that lady for help, that was really something.
How's that for irony? You spend your whole life trying to get guy respect, and how do I get it? Buying little pajamas with fuzzy feet.